Hello, welcome back to my channel. First off, apologies for the delay in uploading a video. I had a very fashion related injury. I don't know if you can see, but this thing on my lip, it looks very much like a cold sore. It's actually a high heel induced accident that occurred last week. I was culling my shoe collection and I had this pair of lovely leather caged high heels that I'd bought about 7 years ago from H&M, and I'd never worn them. They had survived each time I'd culled my shoes because I thought, oh, they're so lovely and I will get to wear them one day. And so I didn't. So I was culling my shoes and I decided, let me wear them at least once. I'm going out for lunch with my husband, I will wear them once as we're only going to be driving. And I literally put them on and walked out of my house and fell down my stone steps, hit my face. I landed on my lip. So this part of my lip, I landed on my lip on the edge of a stone step. My lip split, the shoes went in the bin, so I nicknamed them the death shoes, and that was the end of that. Hence why I couldn't do a video last week and upload it for you. This week's thrifting video is actually something I've been wanting to do ever since I thought about having a YouTube channel, and that was about talking about my a selection of my best finds, and this is the accessories one. It's not all of the best accessories I've ever had, but I've been doing this for a long time now. So over 10 years I have been thrifting, charity shopping. And so these are just a selection, my favourite, and ones that I've kept for a long time. So I'll start off with the smallest one. And it is a set of Paul Smith holographic cufflinks, which you can see. You can see the Paul Smith at the back. So I paid all of £4.50 for these, and I love them. I love the multicolour, I love the hologram effect. I work in the financial industry, my day job, and so there are occasions where I do wear shirts to work, and I do have some lovely button down ones which require cufflinks, and so I do wear these. I got this about 5 years ago. It was in the glass stand that generally charity shops have next to their till point. I don't know whether they knew about Paul Smith because it was just in the jewellery section. That was their jewellery section, they just had them there. And so for £4.50 I thought that was a brilliant deal. That was one of my first favourite finds, accessories. Second one is one of 3 scarves which I'll show you today. And this was very early on in thrifting, so this was a coup. I think it must have been, when I first started thrifting, I read a book about not how to thrift, but how to look after clothes. And it was also a book about how to spot quality in clothing. As you know, I do love doing that, and that book started it all for me. So when I started thrifting, I basically I lived in North West London at the time, and I went to all the North West London charity shops, and then I gradually worked my way into Central London. And one of the first ones in Central London that I looked at was the Salvation Army just off Regent Street, Princes Street. And this is where I found this. So in a box of, so one of the things that the lady said in this book was to look at accessories. Accessories is where you can really clean up at the thrift or charity shops, and that has held true for the last 10 years since I've been doing this. This was in a box of scarves. They literally just had a box of scarves and they were all £2. And I found this beautiful Burberry, see, cashmere scarf. I will show you. Burberry cashmere in gorgeous browns and creams, black and a hint of red. It's a great size. As you can see, it wraps around exactly, and I tend to wear, my coats are generally v-neck, So this is shown beautifully and protects me. And so this is one of the first things I found. It taught me how to feel cashmere, how to spot cashmere, what cashmere feels like. Acrylic generally tries to look like cashmere, but it certainly doesn't feel like it, and it won't keep you as warm as cashmere. So yeah, this was one of my first finds. Will always be one of my favourite finds. I don't always wear each year. I have quite a few scarves from thrifting, but it's certainly one that makes an appearance every now and then. And then I keep it in my freezer so that the moths don't get at it. So yeah, that was my second to talk about. My third is quite big. I love belts. I have literally a wicker basket full of belts, and every so often I cull. Not much, because I wear belts quite frequently. And this is, yes, that's right, a Gucci, a real Gucci leather belt. And how I knew it was real Gucci is because of that little stamp there. But also, if you were to feel this and see this in real life, you would know that it was real because of the quality. The stitching of the leather, the weight of the buckle, the fact that it's got Gucci stamped at the back. So yes, this was a great find. This was, I think the people thought this was a fake, which is why it was only priced at £1.50 in Lewisham, in my local charity shop. And so I think that is the reason it was, because it's such a, Gucci is just counterfeited all the time, so I think it was £1.50 for that reason, because they thought it was a fake. What they failed to notice, or whoever did it failed to notice, was that the belt itself is removable, which is a feature of Gucci buckle belts. Obviously this stamp, which is slightly faded, but if you read up close, it does have Gucci on there. And the quality would have let them know that this is a real Gucci belt. So yeah, Gucci belt, real Gucci belt. I know it's slightly faded, but that still doesn't detract from its beauty. And so yeah, £1.50 for a Gucci belt. What do you say to that? I mean, come on, that's amazing. Oh, it makes me so happy looking at my little collection here. The third one's actually two pieces that I found at the same time. Someone clearly doing what I'm doing currently, which is culling their shoe collection, and they donated to our local cancer research 2 pairs of Hugo Boss shoes. The first one was £3. All their shoes are priced the same, they're £3. With these gorgeous pair, the tassels, look how beautiful that is, and you can just about see the Hugo Boss in there. Is it? And if you can't see it there, then you can certainly see it on the back. And in my size, people, look, perfect size for me, 39. Beautiful quality. The only thing I need to do, I mean, there are little bits of, you can see why they were donated, which doesn't bother me because you can't actually see that when you walk. And the only things I'm going to do is just replace the heel tips. It's been covered at the bottom properly. It feels gorgeous to walk in. They're nicely broken into already. So yeah, and a beautiful brown colour. It's like a maroony brown actually. So it's a very, very dark brown. But I love those. Just a little bit of wear to the front, which I will polish up. But yeah, absolutely stunning for £3. Gorgeous, gorgeous pair of heels. That will always survive my shoe culling, because I just think they're a beautifully made pair of shoes that will go with pretty much anything. The second set with these gorgeous, look at that, Hugo Boss. Again, you can see boots. Now I have just finished selling on eBay my suede boots because they're high heeled, and I just do not wear high heels anymore. But these I will make an exception for because these are absolutely stunning. Look at that. Look at the quality. And again, in my perfect size. The only thing with these were that the inside sole of one of them, they're pull-on boots, but the inside sole on one of them is coming out. Yeah, this one. So where the heel is coming out. So I'm going to take it to a shoe mender and get that sorted because it's coming out but also like moving inside, so that your heel is actually on the hard part of the shoe, not actually on the sole. So I'm going to get a shoe repairer to mend that. But yeah, how beautiful is that? The leather is absolutely gorgeous, soft, and whatever this is, calf hair, really lovely. It is black or very, very dark brown, so I can wear that with black as well. I have a gorgeous, from the same charity shop a couple of years ago, I bought a beautiful chocolate suede skirt, full length skirt, which I'm having cut to midi length, and these would be perfect to wear with those. So yeah, those together. So clearly they were donated by the same person, same size, same brand. And I was the lucky one who happened to get there first. So, and these were £5. So their boots and jackets are the most expensive things in their stores. They're £5. Everything else is between £1 and £3, with shoes being £3. So I was a little bit happy over those. From the same charity shop about 4 years ago. No, 4 years ago. 4 years ago, I also, this was the reason why I know it's 4 years ago is because about 3 years ago, they made the pricing specific. They made the pricing £3, £2 and £1. And only recently they've started doing boots and jackets like coats for £5. But before that, it was a normal charity shop where things were priced at, you know, whatever they decided to price it at. They didn't have a standard pricing for everything like they do now. And I got this stunning, at the time it was current season as well. And the reason I'm holding it up like this is because I'm trying to find the label. YSL, so Yves Saint Laurent scarf. Here we go. Saint Laurent, but you can also see it in the scarf itself. And it's beautiful. I knew, and this is where that book really comes in handy, because I knew just by touching this that it wasn't a run-of-the-mill scarf. I knew that there was cashmere in it, and sure enough, when I found the care label, it is 65% cashmere and 35% silk. It's a massive, massive scarf, and I wear it like so. So I tend to switch, and because it's the same kind of colours as my Burberry, I tend to wear both 1 year one, 1 year the other, just to give them a little break. And this was £10. £10, and I think at the time it was selling for £380 on the either the Outnet or Net-a-Porter. I checked one of them. No current stock. It was current stock. Beautiful. I love a tiger, zebra, animal print of any description, and so I love this. But that was an amazing find for me. I love it. £10, very willing to pay for that. I don't know why it was charged at £10. I wonder if, because if they thought it was real, I know it would have been a lot more. £10 seems very little for a real Yves Saint Laurent scarf, especially one made of cashmere and silk. So I do wonder if they thought again that it was fake. And but again, if you want to touch it, if you know fabrics, you will know that this is not fake. It's incredibly soft. It's incredibly thin and incredibly warm for its thinness. So yeah, love, love, love that one. We're going to another belt now. So this was a great find, only because it was in the men's section. Don't miss the men's section. I have lovely button-ups from the men's section, which are gorgeous, and shoes. Well, to be honest, I'm a size 7, which means I can get away with a lot of men's shoes for things like Converse trainers. But also, and jeans, sometimes women's jeans are in there. And the men's section is generally not looked at. So I would, and jumpers, see there's a lot you can get from the men's section. Jumpers, they have those nice sort of v-neck jumpers in cashmere and wool, tend to be overlooked. They're really great. So if you, like me, if you like those kind of colours like greens and blues, you will find them there. So this is from the men's section. This is actually a men's belt, but I wear this all the time with my jeans. It looks like a normal standard belt, as you can see. However, as you go at the end, which was missed by people because this was again £1.50, you will see, and I talked about this in one of my last posts, a lovely little tree stamp. That tree stamp tells you that it's mulberry. So this is a real leather mulberry belt for £1.50. Now what attracted me to it is, first of all, it was leather. Second of all, on the back it said solid brass. So there's a little bit of an inscription there. So apart from saying made in Italy, it also said solid brass. That was my first indication, because a brass buckle does denote quality. Then as I looked at the belt, I found that. And then it all fell into place, and I took it merrily up to the counter and paid over the grand sum of £1.50 for it. That was very good. Next is another scarf, my last scarf in this collection. It is by Chopard, maker of jewellery. It's a beautiful silk scarf. Reminds me a lot of the Hermes scarves. It's pure silk, beautifully rolled edges. It came in a box. It was £2.50. It came in a gorgeous Chopard presentation box. You can see 100% silk. This is not something I use as a scarf, because I like my scarves to be just a bit more, but it is something, to be honest, it's not really that bad like that. It's quite nice. But it's more something I use to tie on my handbags. I tend to roll it up quite neatly and use it as a belt on my skirts. So yeah, it's a good scarf. Summertime, you could probably do something like this, wrap it around, make it a little bandana. So yeah, so I do have lots of silk scarves. I don't use them as much as I use my other scarves, but I do tend to use them more on holiday. So that was lovely, and that with the box in the presentation box was £3. It's even, if you look at it, you could, if you like that kind of thing, it's even something you could frame. I find a lot of beautiful scarves with gorgeous colours. A couple of them I've kept so that I can frame, because they're just stunning. So yeah, got that one. Next one is a bag. I'm trying to think, this is probably my only designer bag. Oh no, one of the only designer bags I've kept till now. It was £10, and it was from when I lived in northwest London, from Harrow, one of the Harrow charity shops. It's a gorgeous vintage leather. It's a bottle green, lovely bottle green leather. A little crossbody bag by Coach. These on eBay now sell for quite a lot of money, especially the vintage ones, because they have become more popular. And I have several Coach bags from eBay, but this is the only one I've actually gotten from a charity shop. So yeah, beautiful leather. Coach bags are gorgeous. I love Coach bags. I love the simplicity of them. I love the leather, the thickness of the leather. I love the unlined look inside. Buckle. This one I tend to use this almost like a wallet when I go on holiday. So instead of having So if you fly by EasyJet and Ryanair, sometimes it can be quite strict and you don't really get a handbag if you're trying to travel as less as possible. I tend to use this bag and another bag like a wallet essentially, so it's tucked. It literally just carries my phone, my passport, chewing gum if you need it, and I just wrap it round and have a coat on, and so I literally just have that on me. Oh, and my wallet, my cards. I tend to take a card wallet. So yeah, beautiful. It can be held, a little handbag, and I don't like holding things like that, but it can be held like that, or it's, for me, a crossbody. So yeah, £10 for a lovely, gorgeous Coach bag, which on eBay would probably sell between £70 and £80 now. Next up are a pair of boots, which I use every year for the past 3 years that I've had them. They are my beautiful suede, black suede. I want to say Philip Lim's, Stuart Wiseman boots. Absolutely gorgeous. I see these on eBay recently, selling for around, I think £80 on eBay, used. I paid £8 from the Scope near me in Lewisham. Just love them. I wear them every year. Since I've had them, I wear them every year. They're really comfortable because of the low wedge, the built-in low wedge here, so it's about there. I wish it didn't rain so much so I could wear them even more often. But yeah, I love them. Love, love, love. And they go over my knee, just over my knee, so I love the length of them. But for £8, absolutely gorgeous. I can't believe I found those. And then my last thing is another belt. Keeping on the Coach theme, I found a beautiful, and again, I was drawn to this by the leather. It's a beautiful navy leather belt by Coach. This one's clearly marked though, unlike the other belts. This one was clearly marked that it's Coach. Again, because it's Coach, it's beautiful leather, really solid, really soft, nice and thick. It's a tad small, so it is an actual small. So it fits me on the first buckle, or first rung. Fits my waist on the first rung. I wish it was a medium, but it's not. So it's still, as long as it fits me, it still works. It's beautiful. It's really handcrafted, really beautifully. Look at that. Look at the stitching and how thick that is. So yeah, love that. Again, I was attracted by the leather, and then obviously as I read it, I knew it was quality. The buckle itself is brass. So yeah, and that one was £2.50. Love it. So yeah, those are my favourite finds. A selection of them. Nice little round number of accessories. I do have others. I also have clothes. I didn't include the collection would be so much if I included clothes that were designer too. So I hope you enjoyed that. Enjoyed seeing what I have found through the years. So thank you again, as always, for watching, for listening. Please add a comment if you like this, and click like if you did, and subscribe to my channel, as I will endeavour to continue providing thrifting videos. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. See you next time. Bye.